Welcome to the Wasitora Deck Tech. I hope you're excited to get some Cat Dragon tokens onto the battlefield. I am. But before we jump into the video, this is brought to you by IntegroTraders.com. They have you covered for all of your Cat Dragon needs. Whatever that is. Maybe some Cat Dragon food or some Cat Dragon toys. They have you covered. So, let's start off with Wasitora. We have Wasitora, two colorless, black, red, and green. Flying and trample. Whenever Wasitora deals combat damage to a player, that player sacrifices a creature. If they can't, you create a 3/3 Cat Dragon creature token with flying. Now, what are we doing with Wasitora? This is what I would call a Jundam Out style deck. What is Jundam Out? Jund means the colors of Wasitora, black, red, green, if you don't know what Jund means. But a Jundam Out deck is something where you're going to run a ton of removal in there, and you're looking to one-for-one your opponent. You know, if they get down a big creature, you want to remove it. If they get down some big artifact, you want to destroy it. Mainly, we're going to use Wasitora in that one-for-one element to start swinging in to make sure they keep their creatures off the battlefield. And once we get all their creatures off the battlefield, we can start swinging in and get those Cat Dragon tokens onto the battlefield, which will really kind of help us kind of squeeze the win out by getting those tokens going. Now, outside of the tons of removal that we are running in here, one of the good things that does work with Wasitora is a small Voltron package, which I'm going to cover, and giving her double strike is really good. With her ability, that is not just like a combat ability that triggers once during combat. This is every time she deals damage. So, if you can give Wasitora double strike, that's going to be 2 Cat Dragon tokens, that's going to be 2 sacrifices from your opponent. Lots of fun for you, not fun for your opponent. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Voltron package we're running. Running Sword of Feast and Famine in here, Sword of Fire and Ice. Wasitora does have trample, so that +2/+2 is a great addition to add on to Wasitora, and that protection is going to allow us to kind of swing into some, maybe some cluttered board states or something like that. And getting those nice combat damage abilities to stack on top of the Wasitora sacrifice ability. Oh yeah, having some fun right there. Now, outside of the swords, we are running your standard protection for Commander, Lightning Greaves, and Swiftfoot Boots. Now, outside of the Voltron package, one of the best ways is to go double strike with Wasitora. We have Blood Mist and Berserker's Onslaught. Great way to give it double strike whenever it's swinging in. Blood Mist is going to target one single creature. Now, with Berserker's Onslaught, we are running a few other dragons in here, which I'll cover later. We can give all of our dragons double strike off the Berserker's Onslaught. And then Xenagos is a great way to kind of give that nice little added power toughness bonus to Wasitora if we need to go for something like a commander damage win. Outside of these enchantments that we're also running Crucible of Fire, which is a great static effect for the rest of our dragons, and Psychotic Fury. Love this card. I've been putting in a lot of my recent commander decks. Target multicolored creature gains double strike, then draw a card. So, you have Wasitora swinging in, 2 mana, double strike, draw a card. Yes, I will take it. Get to draw another card, too. Love drawing cards. Now, we've covered the double strike, we've covered the Voltron package. Just kind of take a look at some of the removal. We are in Jund colors. There's a ton of options in Jund. I'm just going to highlight some of the key cards. You know, you can run great value spells like Kolaghan's Command. It has all the modes. Devour Flesh. We can kind of use that in response to a Wasitora trigger to make them sacrifice a creature if we want to make sure we get a good Cat Dragon token. And then Putrified, really open, artifact or creature. We're also, you know, stuff like Terminate, Maelstrom Pulse. We're in Jund colors. You can pretty much run whatever you want and have some fun. And while we're talking about removal, go and toss in a nice little reanimate to kind of bring back one of your opponent's big creatures. Oh, yes, indeed. Okay, now that we've covered the removal, let's cover some of the Death Matters cards. We have a couple cards in here that care about stuff dying. We have Mazarek, which is going to work really well with Wasitora's sacrifice ability. Black Market, you know, as the game drags on, we keep taking care of our opponent's creatures. We'll get that black mana added to it. Black Market's a little bit more of a win more card, but if you're in a situation where you can get it down, and let's say they keep taking care of Wasitora, that's going to allow us to kind of push past it. So sometimes it feels a little bit more like a win more card, but other times we're really glad to have it. So just wanted to throw that out there. And then we're also running Death Reap Ritual at the beginning of each instep, which is our opponent's and our instep. If a creature died this turn, you may draw a card. Now, outside of the stuff that cares about stuff dying, we are running a few utility dragons in here. Tarkar Worldrender is going to be great for the dragons swinging in. It's going to give them double strike. Kolaghan Storm's Fury. Whenever a dragon you control attacks, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. So, and that ability is going to stack. So let's say that we have 5 dragons swinging in. That's going to be +5/+0 for all of our dragons. Great. And then also you can use that dash ability. You know, there's one game where I recorded where we top deck Kolaghan and we go for the dash ability, putting one of our Voltron pieces on there, and that was enough for us to kind of help us close it out with Kolaghan. And then Dragon Lord of Tarkar is a great way for us to kind of make sure we keep the board clear to get those Wasitora tokens onto the battlefield, or taking care of some of our opponent's planeswalkers. Besides these big dragon creatures, we're also running a few more. We're running Stormbreath Dragon and Dragon Speaker Shaman. Great way to kind of get the reduced cost on some of our other dragons. And we're also running Dragon Lord Servant and Urza's Vader to have a little bit more fun. Now, one of the things that you can do with Wasitora is go for a token package. I opted not to run it in there because I wanted to run as much removal as possible. But if you're thinking about building Wasitora, one of the best ways to take advantage of her is using a token package like this. Doubling Season, Parallel Lives, Primal Vigor, all work in your favor. You could even build a Planeswalker heavy version of her with Doubling Season kind of as your glue that holds the deck together. Yes, this would be perfect for Wasitora. I opted not to run it because it kind of felt like more of a win more card. But if we're going to get into spots where we're going to take advantage of Wasitora's attack ability to get those tokens on the battlefield, more than likely the game's kind of shifting into our way. So I opted not to run them. But if you're going to be playing at a table or multiplayer commander, these are great cards to put into your Wasitora deck. Alright, so that will close out the deck tech of covering Wasitora. I do have 3 gameplay videos up for you right now, so head on over there and check them out. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.